Hold her close. Don't break up.
My coffee's not hot enough.
Do you want to go microwave it? It's only 30 seconds, and I can probably keep the fans interested.
Yes. Guys, I'm
Wow.
so sorry to leave you with Andy, but
Wow.
I need to microwave my coffee.
She needs to nuke her cafe. Hey, guys. Welcome to Find Your Beach. My name is Andy Haynes, and missing from this formula right now is my fiance, Rosebud Baker. And I just want to give you guys all a big old wow. Happy Sunday. Day 17. 17 was kind of a big day and some kind of... I think 17 is an important number. 3 times 17 is 51. What is 51? No fucking idea. But Jesus came back on the 17th day. Something like that. I saw some other 17 occurrences. Guys, well, I'm rounding the bend on this here little virus. Rosebud fell victim to the Rona last night.
I have it.
The symptoms kicked in. Whether it's Rona or not, she's sick. And she's coughing. And a little battle we've been having all morning is...
He won't give me my fucking JUUL back.
Give me my JUUL. And I will not. She's got her little nicotine lozenges. And I told you a long time ago.
They're not enough.
I was like, I'm not addicted to nicotine. And you were like, bullshit. You JUUL all day. And I'm not. I'm addicted to oral stuff. So I've been eating more than ever and also sucking my own dick. So
yeah, that's been a fucking thing to watch.
Yeah, it's impressive.
We're going to do an Instagram live later when Andy does it.
Me sucking my own dick.
Yeah, which is kind of a good symbol for what Instagram Live really is.
A miracle. It's a miracle of yoga. That's what it is.
Yeah, and narcissism when you put it on Instagram Live.
Yeah, I think it's impressive still.
Yeah. No,
What are you thinking about when you're sucking your own dick? Like, are you like...
Are you like, wow, this feels good, or like, wow, I'm so flexible?
Yeah, but also like, are you like, this bitch is sucking my dick?
Oh,
but it's
God.
you.
What do you think about when you're sucking your own dick?
I just think about like...
You're like, I'm
systems.
so funny.
No.
I'm going to be so successful.
I never think that. I think about when I'm sucking my own dick, just the mineral, the resources I'm going to get. 2,000 calories in that load. Some fats, some vitamins.
Yeah?
Yeah, and just another day that I'll survive.
Cool.
But we have food, which kind of makes it irrelevant.
We do.
It's weird because...
I'm like, why are you sucking your dick again? The fridge is full.
The Amazon order came.
There's literally an Amazon
I need
order
the vitamins.
right outside, Andy. I have a power bar.
This chocolate looks good. Can I have a piece?
Yeah.
So the world, everybody got it.
He's just palming it like a fucking panda bear.
Talk to me.
Oh, God, I don't want to. I don't know.
By day 25, we're just going to have a completely silent
podcast. We're just going to stare at the camera.
Huh.
Just counting seconds.
So they extended the ban. Wow.
Cool.
Really cool. Well, my fever for the 15th day is still 99.4 degrees.
Mine was 99.5 last night. And I got scared, guys. I'm not gonna kid around. I got scared.
And I actually got unscared. I was like, protector mode on.
Yeah. You weren't sick anymore. There's chocolate on your microphone. Oh, God. That can't be sanitary.
This is actually how coronavirus spread so quickly in the United States was podcasting.
I would believe it. It is our second biggest epidemic.
It's an industry.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Jack Wagner of the Yeah But Still podcast, he tweeted. He goes, I think by year one of this thing, everybody's going to have a podcast with 2 or 3 listeners, and it's going to be a much less efficient way of talking on the phone.
He's so right.
Thank
God we have such a global following.
How many people can we get in a Zoom?
How many people?
Yeah.
I mean, my entire extended family is Zooming today. We're having a Zoom meeting, which is the worst idea ever. But my family likes to
see each other's faces.
Well,
when
no.
they tell them
What we like to do is prove that we are more chaotic than a global pandemic.
Yeah.
And that's what we're out to do today.
It's really sweet.
And my family's meeting Andy for the first time.
So I'm glad that I'm...
he's dressed up.
Yeah, dressed up. If you're watching the
YouTube, he's wearing a button down. Nice seersucker button down.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm wearing a Hooters t-shirt.
She'll probably cover that up at some point.
I won't.
You're going to wear that for the Texas family?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's my mom's side. Everybody's...
Oh, yeah. They're cool.
Yeah. So they're all going to meet Andy, and everyone's going to be screaming over each other. And then at one point, it's been planned that we're singing Happy Birthday to my cousin.
Which cousin?
I don't know. I don't remember.
How many people are going to be on the call?
A ton of people, Andy.
Like 40?
A ton of people. Like, my mom has 4 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it 4? Yeah, 4 siblings. So, yeah, and they all have kids and spouses. So,
that's great.
And then their kids and their kids' spouses will be on. So it's, I hope I die before it happens. But it's at 9 a.m.
Yeah, so we only have about 55 minutes. This is so weird, because me and you, when we're normal people in a normal world,
yeah,
our favorite thing to do is to get in bed around 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Have sex, watch movies.
Yeah.
Snack.
Yeah.
And fall asleep around 4 or 5 while JUULing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wake up whenever we've kind of had the least amount of sleep that we can possibly have.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because of this weird Amish disease,
yeah,
I'm not gonna call it the Chinese.
It's the Amish
flu.
disease.
It's the Amish flu. What if Trump just went after the Amish? He's like, they drive their carts. I don't trust them.
Their horses are out of control.
Never trust a man that wears the same suit every day.
They can't control their livestock.
But anyways, we go to bed about 10:30, and we wake up at 7 a.m. like some real fucking normies. What happened to us? What if that's what this disease is? It's just going to turn us into normies.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is the disease to end the stand-up comedy boom.
It's over. I thought that was pretty ballsy you last night to say that on the phone with Noam. I was like, wow.
Why?
Because he's the owner of a business that relies on stand-up.
Yeah, but that boom is never going to end.
His business, yeah.
Yeah. Noam is the
he's the owner of the comedy
cellar. Yeah.
Rosebud did a live. Are those online that you can watch those? Because it's probably like a thing that you can go to download and rewatch.
Yeah. It's a Comedy Cellar Nightly.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't seen that, it's on YouTube.
Did you post about it?
Mm-hmm.
How many people were on it? 5?
I think there were 5 of us.
That's so cool.
It was fun. I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed going to the cellar, sitting at the table, talking to everybody, getting shat on.
I miss the food.
God,
I miss the food. And I miss the bathroom.
Why the bathroom?
I just miss that bathroom.
Why?
I just used to go down there and hang out by myself, you know?
You did?
Yeah, just like stand in front of the door, kind of that space between like where the women's bathroom is and the men's bathroom, the doors are.
Mm-hmm.
I would just stand in there and listen to comedy and
Take deep breaths
take deep breaths of
in a small enclosed space.
whatever was coming out of the women's bathroom. Just kind of get some smells, some pheromones.
You're fucking sick.
Woo! Wake the beast. And then
And he is, you guys. He's a magnificent beast.
yeah. I am a protector.
He is. His symptoms went away the second I said I was sick.
I did feel fine. The second she felt sick, I was like, "Oh, I feel fine."
Yeah.
Which is making me wonder if Christian Science is real.
We become Christian scientists when this is all over.
I know a bunch of Christian scientists.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you
weirdly.
introduced me?
No, they're all friends from like summer camp. Not that I went to a Christian Science camp, but there was like 2 that were Christian scientists, and then I met their extended families. And then that comedian out here is a Christian Scientist, Grant Lyon. There's a couple other notable Christian scientists, but the funniest thing about them is they have to wear lab coats to church.
No, they don't. You fucking loser.
They go to church and it's just a
I almost believe that.
It's a laboratory. They have lab coats.
I almost believe that.
Microscopes.
They get little beakers.
They read the Bible on microscopes.
They drink holy water out of little vials.
Yeah. Nobody drinks holy water.
No?
You bless yourself with that boo-boo.
Oops.
But when I was on the island of Majorca,
Mm-hmm.
I did go to a holy well. And
You know, in Italy, they said that it was spreading because of the holy water things.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all. Who knows what's real now? Everybody's got a new fact. My sister sent me a thing about how we're all gonna die if we don't eat a flower. Somebody sent Roy Wood something to send us to
Oh,
you.
yeah. I should play this on the pod.
No, I don't know. It's fucking all right. Let's play it. It's fucking weird.
It's definitely, it's just a random.
Here, play it. I'm gonna go microwave something.
It's a random, his head. It's a random audio note, okay? It doesn't say who this woman is. It's like a voicemail, and I'll just play like segments of it.
Hi guys, just wanted to pass on this information. It was sent to me by a colleague who has a friend that works at Dr. Negrin, which is the main hospital on our island.
Doesn't say what the island is. No, Dr. Negrit.
It's obviously in Spanish, so I'm just going to read it and translate it for you. This is what it says. The Chinese now understand the behavior of the COVID-19 virus thanks to autopsies that they have carried out. This virus is characterized by...
Okay, first of all, they've figured this out from autopsies. So they've gone into a dead body, and they've figured out how the virus works posthumously.
obstructing respiratory pathways with thick mucus that solidifies and blocks the airways and lungs. So they have discovered that in order to be able to apply a medicine, you have to open and unblock these airways so that the treatment can be used to take effect.
So in order for the medicine to work, which there, as far as we know, there is no fucking medicine, so I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. This can't be real. Like, this is the kind of shit that I was sent this morning, and they were like, oh, Roy Wood Jr. got this.
Go to your place.
And passed it on to me.
Go to your place, Charlie.
And I'm passing it on to you.
Go.
Charlie, move.
He's being rude to us.
He is being so rude.
You know what this is? This is like that portion of Contagion where the Jude Law character is like, you have to take pyramided or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's like everybody's starting to come up with their own goddamn
Yeah, we're gonna start
cure.
getting into some real weird
Territory.
That's like the QAnon people earlier this year, the anti-vaxxer kind of people were like drinking bleach. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they were drinking bleach because they were like, they told you that bleach is poison, but bleach isn't poison. That's a lie. The government told you, and it would like show guys like drinking a glass of bleach, and then like you'd see on the news later they died from bleach complications.
Like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
From bleach complications.
That's a new way to die is bleach complications. Oh man.
God, I'm gonna drink bleach if you don't give me my fucking JUUL.
I'll let you bleach. JUUL bleach. I'll let you JUUL some bleach.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would do it.
We have bleach coming today. That's pretty exciting.
Do we?
Yeah.
That's great.
I got some bleach. I finally wrangled some bleach.
Where'd you get it from?
Amazon Fresh.
Amazon Fresh.
Yeah.
So you got a fresh bleach.
I'm updating Amazon Fresh because the deliveries are all delayed now. I'm updating Amazon Fresh like hourly.
Are you?
Yeah, because they like every time you fill out an order, they're like, sorry, we don't have any drivers. And so you have to like refresh as they like update their schedule. So I've refreshed this last order. I probably refreshed it 20 times before I got an order, and it was 2 days from now.
Jesus.
And now we're both contagious, so we can't go.
I'm starting to feel that fever again.
You want to take a Tylenol?
I don't know.
It's just going to be the saddest podcast if we go back and die. If we die and they go back and they start, and it's both of us hitting JUULs.
I
just
know.
recklessly.
I know. Everyone's going to be like, they deserved it.
Yeah, they're in their 30s and JUULing.
They're right. God, Andy bought us these, like, at-home nebulizers.
They're at-home personal inhalers. Be careful because there's no, like, cap on the water.
Yeah. They're at-home personal inhalers, and we just stick our faces in them. And all I'm thinking about the whole time as I'm sucking menthol into my nostrils, just trying to fill my airways with menthol is, I wish this was my JUUL.
I wish this was a JUUL, a menthol JUUL.
Yeah. It's so much harder to quit JUULing than it is to quit vaping. Smoking. And I've done both. I quit smoking for 3 years. And then I had a road trip and I started vaping on it. And it's been like 7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you start with when you started vaping? With one of those little blue cigarettes?
With a Logic.
Like the gas station one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. And it's been a fucking ride. It's so much harder to quit than it is to quit nicotine.
It's so funny.
I mean, smoking regular nicotine.
When I used to get, I haven't been sick for a long time, but I'd get like a cold or something. And I would just keep on JUULing because I was like, well, this is harmless, so it doesn't matter. I'll just JUUL. But now that it's the pandemic, I'm like, oh, I would never JUUL while I was sick. That's crazy. But like if there wasn't everybody else getting sick right now, I'd be like, oh, I'll just JUUL menthol.
Yeah. That was beautiful, Andy.
Remember the beautiful times when we thought they were completely harmless?
Yeah. I miss those times. Those were the best times of my life.
Did you know that nobody's ever died from a JUUL device? And actually nobody's ever died from a branded vape.
So can I have it back?
No, you can't because they don't know if there's a connection between the higher numbers of deaths. Although it wouldn't make sense because nobody's fucking vaping in Italy. Nobody's like, we did a pizza and Vespa. Can I please hit the
Which JUUL pairs with my red wine?
Yeah. Which JUUL pairs with kissing my mother?
Which JUUL pairs with an affair with my cousin?
Which JUUL pairs well with eating dinner at the table with my wife Peter on?
Sorry if you're Italian. It's fun to make fun of you guys.
It's kind of funny because it's turning into it's very much turning into a Scandinavian accent.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, which JUUL pairs well with my lutefisk and rye bread? Which JUUL pairs well with wearing a heavy jacket all year?
I'm gonna do one. Which JUUL pairs with a snowshoeing to my mother's house?
Which JUUL pairs well with walking 2 days to the grocery store? It's so fun to be racist to Europeans.
It really is.
It's like, oh, what was the thing? I was in back when we used to do live stand-up comedy. I was doing gigs in Czech Republic, and I had this kind of handler, this woman that was the producer, and she was taking me around the Czech Republic. She was so nice. Her name's Christina something. I can't remember. She was also a comic. She like had single-handedly started the whole scene there. But she's taking me on this train to this small town called, I want to say it's Bern.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot how it came up, but I was like, oh, do you guys celebrate? Oh, it was like, do you guys celebrate Halloween? Because it was like mid-November. So I was just like, and she was like, no, not really. We do celebrate the spring solstice, though. And I was like, oh, what's that involved? And she's like, oh, little kids wear masks and they run around and they ask for treats. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of normal. And then she was like, and also in some places, the men they try to spank the women's bare butts. And if they spank you well enough, you get a treat. I was like,
you're like, what's the treat? And she's like, a cooked egg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a cooked egg. And I was like, that's the most European thing I've ever heard in my life. You just have to trick a troll into giving you one egg. They're so weird.
One time, Andy loves European porn, and he showed me one of the porns that he likes.
Oh, the Hostel?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It was like a farce. Like it was.
I do kind of like those like.
It was like a guy who was like
goofy
lost in a hostel and couldn't find his room, and then these two women were like
stuck
under a bed, and for
it's
some
so
reason
obvious that they're not.
They're not stuck. There's plenty of room. It's like their bodies don't know how to move backwards, like a dog in a corner. and they're like, oh, we're stuck, we can't get out, and they're like, maybe we should pull our pants down.
Yeah, he's like, get more room by pulling our underwear off.
Yeah,
and they're still stuck.
And there's like literally 6 feet between them and like the top of the bed. It's just like there's no reason for the.
It's also like a children's bed, so it probably like could have been lifted very easily.
Yeah,
but it's my dream where it's like somebody's like, well, I'm stuck, so. Do you want to eat my ass? And the guy's like,
yeah. And he like puts down his knapsack, and he's like, I guess welcome to the country. And then he just eats their asses.
And then he fucks them too. And then they get out. Luckily, thank God, for position's sake.
Yeah.
What if
I don't know how, but
the whole porn
he's somehow helpless to help them out from under the bed until after he's come.
Well, because they have to get sweaty so that they can slide out.
Oh yeah,
that's what the cum is.
Right, it's a lubricant.
A fun porn would be the Chilean miners, right?
Oh, that would be fun. Yes, that's exactly the word.
It's a gay porn.
Nothing more fun than a Chilean miner stuck in a life-threatening situation.
It's a gay porn. They're like, well, Emilio, we're not getting any younger. It's like an old man covered in
ashes and gum.
As soon as the rescuers get down there or they get communication, they're like, we're doing okay, spirits are high, and we have not had any gay sex. I want to make that very abundantly clear. Nobody down here has had any gay sex, so don't worry about that. Will you dress up like a Chilean miner and I'll bury you in the backyard?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Guys, we just want you to know we've been working on a vaccine with some of the lemons from the lemon tree.
Bleach and lemon.
Bleach, lemons, and Tylenol, and actually some of Charlie's poop.
Well, it's his eye boogers with his poop. We should be clear. But we're doing it all very hygienically. I mean, I have a whole little lab set up.
We have gloves.
Yeah, we wear gloves. And I'm like, kind of cooking it like a heroin addict.
Yeah. And, we've both taken it. and
We got sicker.
we got a
But I
little.
think that's
We
just
got a
a-
lot worse.
I think that's just kind of like a growing pain with learning science while
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Yeah, that's all it is. You listen. Science is about investigation, and you have to investigate what failure is before you can investigate success.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's true.
and you might be listening to this going, "That's ridiculous." Well, that's what we call contempt prior to investigation,
Yeah.
and that, my friends,
Is
is
law.
unscientific
Yeah.
and also un-American.
Yeah.
So
And we know a lot of lawyers.
we know a ton of lawyers.
They're entertainment lawyers, but if you want
They
to sign a
can
contract,
draw up a contract faster than you can blink an eye.
and we're gonna draw a contract up for you hating yourself, and if you sign it, you gotta hate yourself.
Forever. So
Yeah.
look out,
Yeah.
because we'll subpoena the shit out of
Yeah.
you and your family.
And if you fucking lose in a trial of your peers,
You're lost.
I was trying to think of a bit about like, I wonder if a really cool guy's on trial and
Yeah.
they're like, you're being judged by like a jury of your peers. He's like, these guys aren't my peers.
I fucking hate these
I
guys.
never hang out with these losers.
Look at this guy. He's wearing a goddamn Rasta hat. He's white.
I would never hang out with that guy. That guy has no fashion sense. I bet he gets curbed on the regular.
This guy's wearing a hemp necklace from
Fuck that guy.
1996.
Fuck that guy.
And that lady over there, she's clearly diabetic.
She's a bitch.
Hate diabetics.
Hate a diabetic. Hate him. Hate a diabetic.
What if that was like something that people just hated?
Yeah, like Brandon Wardell was like
You just
testing
came up
his,
with like,
his blood sugar in front of me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I didn't realize you were a shug kid.
I didn't realize
Or
you were
some-
a sugar pussy.
Yeah.
You fucking sugar bitch. Get out of my house. Go to the sugar-free section of the pharmacy.
Get out of here, you sugar puss.
Go buy candy at the pharmacy, you fucking weirdo. This is just really delineating into here's the thing. I feel like we've been very productive with
Yeah.
our social media and this podcast. Have we written a single new joke?
No.
Have we written a script?
No.
Have we made some kind of grand web series?
No. I prayed
Have I
for
read
this.
a book?
No.
No. Have I done anything else creative?
Nope.
We got to order paint on Amazon.
We haven't fucked in 4 days.
I know.
I hate Andy now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to I hate him for getting sick.
Well, now that we're both pretty much fine, we should fuck. Well, now that I'm sick and you're sick is what I mean. We should try to fuck
Yeah,
on the podcast.
we should. Like in Angels in America when he's like, infect me.
Bug catcher? He's a bug catcher?
Yeah.
I've never seen Angels in America because I believe in the Bible.
You haven't? It's so good.
I don't want to
Guys,
see it.
if you have,
I hate musicals. That's a big
it's not a
problem.
musical, dummy. It's
There's
one of the
music.
greatest plays ever written
There's
by Tony
music.
Kushner. There's no music.
Do you remember when Tony Kushner was like the biggest playwright in the world?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did he disappear?
I don't know.
He probably went into television.
Probably. Anyway, guys, if you want something to watch, this is a classic. It's like I think it's a 3-part series on HBO, Angels in America, and
Angels in America, Angels in the Outfield.
that wasn't funny. And
It kind of is, because it's like Angels in the Out. All right, anyways. Oh, we should watch that. We should watch that movie.
Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah, that's a fun movie.
Okay.
It's a sweet movie.
Okay, we can watch that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can watch Angels in America with us, and then afterwards you can watch Angels in the Outfield.
I'm gonna do a Netflix watch party this week.
On
And
Twitch?
Nope, because we don't have a PS4, so we can't do Twitch. But I will be doing it on. I'm gonna just do it on my MacBook Air. I'm not going to watch it on anything else. I'm going to just watch it. Here's what I've realized, though. So if you want to do a Netflix watch party, you have to have Chrome, and you have to have the extension, I think. That's all I know. But
Okay.
You click the link. I think that's how it works.
Okay, well, we'll try it again. I mean, why not?
It's a
We're
Chrome
braving
extension.
all kinds of crazy shit these days,
Oh,
including
man.
my family doing a Zoom meeting.
Well, I mean, to be fair, my sister did break down last night and tell me that I have to take care of her daughter if the whole world dies.
This is the second time this week.
I'm the sick one.
Yeah, it's the second time this week that she's called to make sure that Andy's going to take care of her daughter if she dies. And the whole time Andy's had a fever and she's been fine.
It's fine. We're going to weather it. She's a very sweet woman. She cares about her daughter. I don't care about anything besides Rosebud and Charlie.
And Saudi.
I do care about Saudi quite a bit. But, I mean,
Saudi's
she's taken care of.
Saudi's his niece.
I would never let anything bad happen to Saudi. If things started to go, like, south, I would drive north, and I would get Saudi.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun.
But we both would.
It'd
I
be
love
kind of fun
Saudi
to
too.
have Saudi as our daughter or, like, our, adopted niece, because she'd already be 6.
Yeah.
Does she turn 6 next month?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's so many years.
Yeah.
I think she turns 5.
Yeah, she's 4 now. So
Yeah.
she turns 5.
Big year.
5 is a big year, yeah. I mean, 5 is like right before they start kind of getting a little bit shitty.
Yeah, I
Because
feel
like 7 and 8. Well, 8.
I think 7 and 8 are good.
8 is actually not great. 8 is when they start to get
Girls.
mean to each other
Boys
in school.
are better because boys are like still like
No.
full of wonderment. you
No,
know?
that's not true.
That's 6.
No, 8 across the board is terrible because their peers start being mean to them. They start getting cliquey at school. This is all from my nannying years.
Worst
And
year of my life was 12. 12 was the worst year for sure.
Really?
I started to go through puberty. I gained like
At 12?
yeah, I gained like 20 pounds and I grew little boobs.
Right, I remember that. Well, you
then
told me about it.
I was just
I actually heard about it in D.C.
I was
They were
just-
like, there's this kid in Seattle. He's got little tits.
little titties.
He's 12.
But
They call him Little Titties.
I was trying so
They
hard.
call him Little Titties Haynes.
I was just raised by my mom. I went to an all-black middle school. It was the peak of the gang and crack crisis in Seattle, and I was just trying to hang in. I was this kid from like a really nice neighborhood that was just fat with tits and wanted to be black so bad. I permed my hair, and I was like, "What's up? What's up, my brothers?" And they were like, "Oh my God!" Like people weren't even mad. They were like, "Oh Jesus, this poor thing."
Yeah, that's the story behind Andy piercing his ear.
No, that was a little different. I wanted to get an ear pierced. My sister decided that was my 12th birthday present, and my mom took us to Claire's at the mall
You got it done at Claire's.
with the gun. Pop. I want to get one of those guns. I'm going to just start piercing parts of you, and then I'm going to pierce the dog's ear. Ooh, can we pierce Charlie's ear?
Yeah, we'll get him some clip-ons. I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt him.
Are we getting updates on the
On the virus?
no, on the call?
No.
On the Zoom call?
Oh, McCalla asked, "Where's her coffee?"
Oh.
So we were texting with McCalla, our friend, this morning. Well, FaceTiming McCalla Lee, and or as Siri says it in my phone, Mikala Lee.
Nikolai.
And we promised to send her a coffee with our bird machine, which we've been developing.
It's the new bird app.
Yeah, we send a bird. We taught a bird to fly across the United States of America in 2 minutes.
Speed of light.
And yeah, and we, there's some glitches sometimes. We put the coffee in the raven's mouth this morning.
And we forgot to put a lid on it.
Yeah.
That's where that term "put a lid on it" came from?
From our bird.
Yeah.
The
Bird flew backwards and back in time.
Yeah. And like we said, we're investigating, This is all investigation. It's scientific. It takes time. So the bird flew backwards in time, and
Where the also
and it forgot to put a lid on it, on the coffee, and
then
it spilled it all over the Vikings.
Yeah.
And the Vikings were like,
Hey, that's rude.
put a lid on it.
Yeah.
And that just spread.
Do you know what else I say? Put a lid on it? When we're trying to wash the baby in the box.
Yeah.
I'm like, put a lid
Put
on
a lid
it.
on it.
Because it's got phasers now?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. The Iron Man suit is mostly off, but the baby, after downloading my consciousness, has been able to do some work. So it's able to use its arms and the phasers right now. Luckily, the box is phaser proof, but you got to get the fucking lid on it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, baby.
We're trying to wash the baby, and there's, we're getting sprayed.
Yeah, with phasers.
With phasers.
And they're dangerous. I mean, they singe our suits.
Yeah.
We wear suits.
We're
out
still
there.
not sure if what we
Not
have is
protective
coronavirus
suits.
or if we have phaser burns.
Yeah. And the baby's like, the baby can also has a ESP. It can tell you. Is that what it is? What's it called? Where it talks to you through your mind?
ESP.
Yeah, and it's like everything is suffering. All life is a slow march towards death. And I'm like, God, how did this kid fucking get my brain?
It's like listening to a New York Times podcast.
Yeah, and then it's like art is the
Enemy
wail.
of God.
Yeah, is the enemy of God. It is the death rattle of a civilization without purpose. And I was like, oh God, this baby. He's
What
a fascist.
Fucking bummer. He's a walking bummer.
I do want to say
Walking,
something.
crawling, babbling, fucking bummer. What do you want to say, babe?
I want to shout out Rick DeSantis in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He's the governor, and he's a big dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And also the governor of Mississippi also did some big dumb bitch shit.
Yeah. What did they do?
They were just like, you guys, come on. We can't stay inside forever. It's spring.
That's what they said?
The Mississippi governor was more like, we just got to go out there. We got to get this germ, and we got to survive it, kind of thing.
That's insane.
We got to get back to work.
It's crazy that Florida said that shit because they're like 5th in terms of deaths, of United States deaths. So for them to say that is pretty bold.
Well, did you know that Trump sent him more? That somehow miraculously they've gotten all their like federal supplies regularly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey guys, it looks like we have about 68 reviews, and I'm fucking loving that support. Who the fuck is this?
We got some new reviews, and I wanted to share them. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
This one's from Austin Rory. I love this podcast as well as Devil's Advocate with Rosebud Baker. Thank you, Austin. It's always a good episode. I think it's really good during these dark times. Also, they're both prestigious stand-up comedians, so definitely check out all their other work.
It's true.
I
was knighted.
This is from someone named It's Lame. I love them. I would marry both Andy and Rosie, and I would leave my boyfriend to do it.
See, I like that. I like the idea of getting a third in here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want a second woman who we're not having sex
No
with.
one wants to have sex with you. So, no one's having sex with you.
I know that nobody wants to have sex with me. Nobody does. Honestly, if you want to have sex with me, let Rosebud know, just so that she can be sure. Because, like, I want her statistic to be true, you know? So I want you, let Rosebud know if you want to have sex with me, just so, in case, because she's a scientist, and she likes to know if her theories are true. And so just shoot her a D.
Keep going with this. I dare you.
Just shoot her a DM.
I have a pair of pliers. I'll pull out every fucking tooth in your head.
Sounds great for eating pussy. And gum you.
You're fucking sick, Andy.
Obviously, I'm never having sex with anybody else in my entire life.
Okay.
Unless we get to a place in our relationship where we both just absolutely hate the idea of having sex with each other. So we have to do something really gross. Like
and drastic.
Have teens pee on us.
What is it with you and pissing?
What are you talking about?
You keep bringing it up.
Nah.
Yeah, you do.
I think you've been watching too much Freud.
I might have.
You guys, we've been watching.
We've been watching this show, Freud.
Then we'll get into
Okay, so here's another one. I love listening to these two. This is from Morgie F. I love listening to these two. Their wittiness makes for a hilarious dynamic. This is the perfect level of humor regarding a serious situation. This one's from Violet Hahn. Highlight of my day. If you love a good howl sesh, this podcast is for you. Thanks for getting me through the quarantine. I can always count on y'all to brighten my day. This one's great. From Jean Marie KSC. Guaranteed to make you laugh. I am quarantined with most of my family, and whenever I feel like I'm on the brink of committing a criminal act against one of them, I listen to this podcast instead, and it inspires me not to hurt anyone.
Every time I feel like I'm on the brink of a criminal act, I huff any of the cleaning supplies that we have in the house.
And I sharpen the knives.
And then I
turn on this podcast, and I cut myself.
That all my teddy bears are talking to me. Oh, what's that, guys? You want me to hurt him? I couldn't hurt anybody. I'm just a nice girl.
Oh, you'd rather I stab you.
That's self-defense.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Freud.
Yeah, we were watching Freud.
Which is
a fever dream of a show.
I think it's becoming undeniably bad. I
think
we're verging on undeniably bad.
Yeah.
But it's entertaining.
For some reason.
So basically, it's an Austrian show. Is Vienna? Yeah, it's Austrian. And the idea of the show is that Freud is a young analyst in the turn of, the century, and he's learning about psychology.
And no one respects him.
Nobody respects him because he is a fraud, and he's a cokehead. He's a full-on cokehead. He's
full-blown.
Drinking coke, sniffing coke.
Fucking coke fiend. Just snorting it. It's all over his beard. He's got greasy hair.
The Austro-Hungarian. Oh, he's also a Jew, which is not really a big deal, but it keeps on coming up.
Yeah, they keep calling him that.
And then
they don't call him anything other than you're a Jew.
Or they'll be like, Shalom, Siggy.
Yeah.
But
in a disparaging way.
He's like somehow gets involved with this family that are like these like Hungarian grifters trying to bring down the Austrian Empire.
Yeah.
And then he has to
with spells.
He has to do psychology crimes.
Yeah, and basically every episode someone gets like scalped.
And then also
or like fucked
one woman
into oblivion.
One woman at some point in every episode, her name is Ella Humph. I looked her up. She's the lead female actor on the show. She, at some point in every episode,
fucks a man and spits in his mouth.
And will be covered in blood.
Covered.
And I want to say this.
Naked, covered in blood.
These men go into fevers, become disoriented. What's it from? Spitting in their
each other's mouths.
Are they committed?
No.
That's the fucking allegory.
Irresponsible. You cannot spit in your lover's mouth unless you are committed.
Yeah.
We have said it since day one of this podcast. I don't know how they missed it.
Can you lick your lover's eye? Are you committed? Then not. No. You got to be committed. You can lick your lover's eye if you're committed. See this ring? I put that on there because I love Rosebud and I want to spend the rest of my life with her, and also because I like to spit in her mouth.
My eyes.
I like licking her eyes. I like sucking her ear canal. I like to put my mouth on her anus.
He likes to turn his mouth. He likes to turn his mouth into an ear candle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He likes to turn his tongue into an ear candling thing, and he likes to stick it down there and pull whatever he can find out.
I like to blow air directly into Rosebud's asshole, and then I press
and
on
watch
her
my
stomach.
head explode.
I press on her stomach and I play Camptown Races.
And I go.
It's so funny to think that at one point Camptown Races was the
a jam.
Like people
they're like, this is a fucking certified tune, you guys.
Like, dun, 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 dun,
doo-da, doo-da.
And some guy at the bar was like, yo, this song goes.
Fucking slaps.
God, this is actually, we're both losing our goddamn minds. Never been any different than this. We've always been losing our goddamn minds.
Yeah.
But
yesterday was particularly fun with the prank calls, I have to say.
Yeah, we should have done some prank calls, but we got started a little too late.
Any announcements before we go?
I think we should really try to finish the mozzarella today so that the people can see our mozzarellas.
Yeah.
And then gonna figure out how to do a better live Q&A this week. Nothing too different. If you guys didn't see, I had to take down the post for the Instagram because it was a bad picture of Rosebud. I just did it hastily. I didn't really think of the post. But our Patreon episode this week is with Robert Kelly, who's like legitimately one of the funniest humans I've ever met, ever seen on stage. He has specials on Netflix and Comedy Central. He has a Patreon and a podcast. Those are fantastic.
Podcast called You Know What, Dude.
But if you should go back and listen to the episode. It's absolutely hilarious. It's our patron episode this week.
And if you're not a patron, you can't listen to it. So become a patron by going to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/findyourbeach.
Yeah, because right now our patron's only paying for 22% of our rent, and we need it to be...
We need that to be 100%.
We need to be 200%. We need 10 times the patron. And you guys are part of that.
But you guys have been doing such a good job of spreading the word about the
podcast.
Can you stop interrupting me
I'm
for
not
fuck's sake? Please?
Forgot she doesn't have her JUUL.
Okay. You guys have been doing such a good job of spreading the word about the podcast, and we want to keep that up. It really, by rating and reviewing it on iTunes, you are literally bringing the visibility of the podcast up for other listeners. Tell people. Word of mouth helps. Screenshot the podcast while you're listening to it. Tag us. We will repost it. It helps so much. And we love you. And be safe. Wash your hands.
Don't spit into
your lovers' mouths.
Unless you're committed.
Don't
lick their eye.
Don't lick their eyes.
And also, keep up the doggo videos. I'm fucking loving the dog videos. People are sending us dog videos of their dogs hearing Charlie do a howl sesh, and it is absolutely amazing.
It's heartwarming. Let's do one howl sesh,
and then let's get
we'll get the fuck out of here.
Talk to all the fucking bakers. All right, here we go.
One, two, three.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! We love you guys. Thank you. Bye.